Lottie, talk to these people, man. Talk to these people, man.
You know I'm not gonna agree with you on this. You know I'm not.
There's nothing to disagree with me on. What is there to disagree? What am I saying that you disagree with? Or what do you think I'm trying to insinuate that you disagree with?
You're saying that um no one is telling black women to date down.
Yeah,
Yes.
I am saying that, and I do
Mhm.
100% wholeheartedly believe that because I just haven't seen it before. I have two sisters myself, as you know. I don't know anyone that's in our family that's told them to date down. I haven't seen black men or black women, or I haven't seen anyone just tell them and encourage them to date down. I've seen black men and black women tell other black women to be more realistic in their dating expectations and in their dating standards, but I haven't heard anyone say, hey, go date, go be with him. Especially y'all haven't heard Noble. Y'all just hear me say this all the time, then I'm gonna shut up. I say all the time, like, I have sisters myself, and you know the culture that I come from, like, bro, that's just not even being with a broke man, being with a man that's not financially stable, whatever that means to y'all. Being with a man that doesn't have good credit, being with a man that's not going to be able to not only provide for you but provide for a family. That's not a thing. So I don't believe in that. So what this woman said in this video, as far as not being with those type of men, I 100% agree with, but I'm just trying to find out who is telling black women to date down.
So Noble, you've never said that women need to build with a man. You've never said that.
What I have said is that, what I have said is that, it is very problematic when women are looking at men that are on the same socioeconomic status level as them as less than, and when they're looking at them as not worthy of being in a relationship with. I have no problem with women being hypergamous. Women should be hypergamous if they can. Women should strive to get a man that's on a significantly level higher than them, especially socioeconomically, because you do want a man that, when you get pregnant, you don't have to work during your pregnancy. You can, by God's grace, you can have the most healthy pregnancy. When you have kids, you can sit down and be with your kids during those former years and not have to worry about having your kids in the hands of somebody else, having them be mistreated, all the possible bad things that can come out of that. You want to be with a man that can do those things. But nowadays, women that, like, again, like I always say, is women that are stocking the shelves at Walmart and Target right now are wanting someone that, like, earns the amount of money Noble makes. They're wanting a partner at a law firm. They're wanting a surgeon. They're wanting a physician, and it's like they're wanting a engineer that's been an engineer for 15 years. Like, where is that coming from? If you stocking the shelves at Walmart right now, you should have no problem dating a man that's stocking the shelves at Walmart. You need to build with that man. Absolutely.
Yeah, so that is telling them to date down because that type of logic is not told to women, white women. It's not told to Arab women. It's not told to any other demographic of women. We're not, other women aren't told that because you earn X amount, you need a man who earns X amount. Because in the dating world, it's not about a woman's money. A woman's money is not what makes her quote unquote valuable to the opposite sex in the dating world. It's only black men who love to compete with black women and want you to be, you have to earn what you're expecting from a man. Other women aren't told that. They're not. Like I'm in a community with a lot of Arab people, you know, where we live, Muslim and Arab girls, receptionist or whatever she's doing, it doesn't matter because the men aren't watching her pockets. So it doesn't matter. Those men, what they want from their woman is for you to be beautiful, young, fit, feminine, and you have a chance to be all those things when you're not out there trying to get your bag. So you lot is competing with black women, right? Because you can't compete with other men. First of all, that's the real truth. Black men can't compete with other men. So you come to compete with black women. And then when black women are more in their masculine energy, you lot is complaining about that as well. right? When black women are in their bag, they're going to college, they're doing, all of that, you're complaining, oh, you guys are too independent, you're this, you're that, you don't need a man. Well, what do you want them to do? You want them to make the money that they want. When they're making the money, you're complaining that they're too independent. Like, what? And then you complain that they're not feminine enough, but you're sending them out there to work and slave for the man. Obviously, they're going to become a bit more masculine. I mean, it's ridiculous. Women in other cultures aren't expected to do that. They just need to be beautiful and be feminine, be soft, and they can, because finances aren't expected from those women. And
I
that's the
can,
truth.
yeah, I can agree with a lot of what you just said. And I mean, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Black American problem. If we be 100% honest, this is not this is not this is definitely not like an African people thing. It's not, like she said, it's not melanated people of other cultures. It's definitely a Black American thing. I don't know. I don't know. Well, black men, how do you feel about her saying that y'all can't
I,
compete with other groups of men?
it's the truth, Noel. Let's be honest. But I've seen it. I've seen it with black people in general outside, like in the West. So here in the UK, in the US, black people behave this way. In Africa, it's not like that. Like in Africa, African men aren't pocket watching women. They're really not.
Exactly.
They just
Right.
want you to be beautiful and look good and be young, and you know what I mean? They don't, and that's why those women, because a lot of people are like, oh, African women are submissive. Yeah, because they can be, because their men aren't pressing them. You guys are pressing black American women. And in the UK, it's the same thing. The black men are pressing the black woman. You don't give them a chance to be feminine. You want her to work as hard as you, but then at the same time be soft. She can't. It's impossible. You know what I mean? And in Africa, the women aren't expected to do that. Even in Jamaica, like where my husband's from, the women aren't, like, it's not about how much she's making. So they can be feminine, they can be submissive, they can be soft. You guys, the way you press black American women is just not possible. I'm sorry. Realistically speaking.
Thank you.
Well, to the Black American woman, that's something that y'all gonna have to figure out. But Lottie, is there? I
That's
mean,
not something that Black American women need to figure out. That's something that Black American men need to figure out, how to create a soft environment for Black women. And that tends to predicate on finances. Like, all of our issues would be resolved if economically we didn't have these issues, right? Because this is a poverty issue. This isn't technically a black issue. It's a black American issue. It's a poverty issue, because we see this regardless of which race it is. All those who live in
no, we
poverty
don't.
tend to have really poor relationships, because finances is like one of the biggest reasons why people get into arguments. If money was not an issue, then our relationship issues within the Black community would not really be a factor, because we wouldn't be worried about who dating down, because everybody would be making a certain amount of money that could actually sustain a family without a two-income household, or with a one person working full-time and one person working part-time kind of household.
Is there a Black American man that wants to come up here and speak on behalf of Black American men? I mean, just from looking, obviously, when people are raised on different continents in different parts of the world, do Black women of other cultures say they don't need a man? That's exactly what I was going to speak of. That's all I was going to say. I mean, obviously, when people on different continents raised in different parts of the world, they're going to have different upbringings. But the Black American woman versus versus a Nigerian woman versus a Liberian woman, just the mentality, the attitude, it's just completely different. So um I say that to say, Lutzy, I'm not gonna say that these women are the way they are because of how what men are doing. I think it goes both ways, to be completely honest with you. I think what how the men are behaving is definitely having an effect on the woman, but how the women are behaving is definitely having an effect on the men at the same time. So that's just something they're
Agree.
gonna have to figure
Yeah,
out.
I agree with that. I
Agreed.
agree with what you're saying. Of course, it's not one side. Like nothing is absolute. So it's not that only like only because of the men's behavior the women are behaving this way. And you know, at the end of the day, it's energy bouncing off each other. And like I said, this is a problem of the West. If
Right.
you go anywhere else, like as the passport boys are complaining, they're trying to go anywhere that's not the West, right?
Right.
And in the West, it's very like it's a capitalistic society. So money drives the West. And so it just makes sense that these kind of problems would be there. But
Yeah, capitalism. Right.
mhm,
Right.
yeah.
It just makes sense, like you said. But I mean, you even have someone like Miss Betty that's like, and that's what I'm kind of talking about, though. I mean, I don't really like, and I'm 26 years old. Like, does the modern Black American woman, does she? And I'm asking this question, but I already know the answer. She doesn't want to be this damsel in distress. No, she wants to be a working woman. She wants to work 12 4-hour shifts a week. She wants to make her own money. She wants to have her own bag, and she just wants a man to, like, she wants to be able to make her money and do whatever she wants with her money, but still have this man be a provider for her and not bring
Hmm.
any value to him either. So that's what I'm saying. It goes both ways. I don't
Yeah.
think it's
And
a
so the thing about so those that's the other set of people that tell, oh, and this is going to be such a general statement. Not all, but like women with that mindset are the other set of people that tell black women that they have to date down because you're willing to work with your man and you're willing to hustle and bustle. You don't when you talk on a woman dating a man of means or a money man, we talk down on them. Like if you've ever heard in general, when women come up and talk about dating men with money, it's always like, oh, you're shallow if you do that, or you're just a gold digger. What do you have if there's no money? You know what I mean? It's always with a bit of a negative connotation. So it's
Mhm.
not only coming from the men that that energy of, black women need to date down. It comes from the woman too. And it's that idea that you need to earn, the specific position, or you need to earn that money or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't want to put that all just on the men. But the modern woman is that way in response to like what's been going on, and also in response to being raised by a single mom most of the
Mhm.
time. You see
Definitely.
your mom get it and graft and do what she had to do without a man. And so, you feel like I'll be damned if I let a man have to push me down or whatever.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly.
And so
So
you
it's
feel like get it.
that mentality is just being passed down. I'm a
Hmm.
strong, independent woman that don't need a man. Cause
Hmm.
I seen my mom take care of me and my siblings. I've seen her work 2 3 jobs. So it just instinctively, you're already going to be that way. You're already going to have that mindset.
Yeah, but the men don't make it easier either because you guys talk
True.
about um what do you bring to the table? Like, first of all, ladies, never answer that question. Any man who's talking about what do you bring to the table is not a man who's in his masculine. Masculine men provide. They're not looking to get nothing from woman,
Facts.
right? They're not looking to watch what can you give him. They don't do that. A giving energy is a masculine energy. A receiving energy is a feminine energy. So if man is already asking you, what are you bringing to the table? It's okay. Just wrap that date up right there and let it go, because ain't no way.
Oh my
There's no way.
gosh.
Men are supposed. So he's supposed to provide. Like, I'll set the table, but you provide. So what do you mean? You know what I mean? So don't
Oh
bullshit
my gosh. They asking that now. What year did you hear a man say this, Tara? Oh my
Say what?
gosh.
What do you bring to the table? No man has ever asked me that. They've asked me variations of it, but and the date ended as after you asked me that question, because I'm not dealing with a man who thinks I have to work for him, or who's trying to turn me into a Hebrew slave. I'm not doing none of that.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
not a Hebrew slave.
I'm not, because you're already telling me I need to prove my value to you, right? So now I need to bring all my 5 things that I do, and then when we're in the relationship, you're gonna be talking about how I'm not feminine enough. Well, if you're expecting me to bring things to the table, brother, how am I gonna be feminine? You know what I mean? My
Right.
job is to set the table. That's my job. Relax. And people like to people like to act like women don't bring stuff. Like, I'm a whole engineer. Like, don't play with it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, don't be asking me what I bring to the table in terms of what can I do for you. As a masculine man, don't ask no woman that. Masculine men are not checking what can I get from this woman. You want to know, like, what's her mindset like? What's her mentality? Can she raise my seed? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? You're not looking like,
Mhm.
oh, can she provide for me? What? You?
Okay, but hold on though. So, okay, but okay, okay, like about the whole. She said, like you said, you'll make the table. Well, don't ask me what am I bringing to the table, but okay, but like she needs to bring some. She should bring some sort of value to this man, right? Even if it simply is just being amused to him, she needs to bring some sort of value to him, right? Like if he really respects himself and he respects his work ethic and his money, he's not just gonna try to exert his money and his resources on. It's like investing into a I don't know, a company that's on the downhill. Like you're not gonna get a return on
Mhm.
your investment. People want return on their investment, Lottie. You don't
No,
want
without
return on your
question.
investment. So what is the return on the investment?
Without question, you as a man who's investing in a relationship, you do want a ROI. Your ROI is going to be if that woman is in her feminine energy. If she is, she's going to get on your program first and foremost, right? Because as a
Facts.
masculine man, you should be on your purpose, and you shouldn't be getting derailed by changing course when a woman comes on, right? So the first thing she's gonna do is get on your program, and then be your like helpmeet for biblical people. And if she's in her feminine energy, all she will ever do is multiply and create anything that you bring to her. That will be like the most beneficial thing a woman can do for her man is being her feminine, because when she will consistently multiply and create anything that he does. So any money you're bringing in, any legacy we're trying to build, homes that we have, whatever, I will always multiply and create. That's a feminine role. But I can't be doing that if I have to clock in 9 to 5 at the man, and then I
That's
have to
true.
come home. You know what I mean? Like, it's just no.
That's
You know,
true. Because in reality, those men that do have these women working shit, they both leave in the house in the morning. He's not he don't Most of these men don't got the mindset that I'm gonna go home and make dinner, right? Like I'm like if we just be 100% real, fellas, like to the men that,
hmm
and even though this is gonna be reality for most women, they not thinking about after work having to go make food for their wife and their kids. Like they like no, that's most of these men is like no, that's on the woman. But I don't know, man. Like reality is reality at the end of the day. And I'm sorry, like again, like I tell y'all, most of you women are going to be working. Okay, you are going to be working. You're not going to be this stay at home mom, this stay at home wife. Your ass is going, when you get pregnant, you're gonna be working through your pregnancy. Um, when you have your baby, you're gonna have your maternity leave, and your ass gonna be right back to work. And y'all gonna figure it out. That's just gonna be reality for a lot of you. That's not me being pessimistic. That's not me trying to tell you to lower your standards. That's just what the reality is going to be. Okay, most men are not going to be multimillionaires. Like I said, there's always going to be people that need to drop the fries at McDonald's. There's going to be people that need to be cashiers at the gas station, at the Walgreens, at the CVS. That's just the truth at the end of the day. Yes, Miss Betty, she said, yep, especially if you plan on living in the US, yeah, your ass is gonna be working. So you better Listen, get in strong, independent. Don't need a man mode. Put them scrubs on. Put your work boots on. Make sure they're non-slip and get to work because your ass gonna be working for a while. And
I
and
don't
that's
think a lot of women mind that though, because I've been in a couple of lives over the past few days where a lot of women, like Western women, do not want to be stay-at-home moms. Like
right,
they talk lowly of stay-at-home moms. So I think
right.
a lot of women understand that it's gonna take two incomes. You know what I mean? They do have to work and whatever. But my thing is, I just don't like the idea that, you know, um, as we're always telling black women that you have to build with somebody or you have to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like that because it's not true. You don't have to start from the bottom. You just don't. You can meet a man who's on his purpose and it doesn't, like, let's say he's making like, I don't know, 70K or whatever,
Hmm.
right? And if you're able to support that man and be with him, he can end up making, a comfortable amount. It doesn't
Hmm.
have to be what he started with, right? But he
Hmm.
can end up making a comfortable amount to provide for you guys. So it doesn't, like, what I'm trying to say is, I don't want black women to get with men who aren't about their business. I don't want that for them. I don't want them to get with men who are figuring it out. You know what I mean? I don't like that for them, and I don't want it. I don't think that, and too often we're told to do that. Like, oh, and if you guys meet in college, it's different. But if we're
Hmm.
both working people, no. Like, get with a man who's on his purpose, who's working, who's doing his thing, and you're just there to support his vision. Because the submission that men require, it can't be done if we're both submitting to these bills. Like, then we're both the
It's a
niggas in this.
fact.
That's the truth. Like, come on.
No, that's a fact,
Come on, you
man.
know?
Yo, Lati, man, listen. Listen, get on the broke boys real quick, man. I know you've been wanting to say a lot of things to the broke boys, man. Talk to the broke boys for like 5 minutes, man. Tell them what you got to tell them, man.
I think hindsight broke the morale. I don't know if I have anything to say to them. Honestly, hindsight did everything that that needed to be done. But I'm gonna say this, like, and I'm gonna say this to the women specifically because men don't understand this concept for whatever reason. The issue with broke men is not the fact that they're not making money. It's how miserable they are with themselves, right? This man is a man who, for whatever reason, he's not currently on his purpose. He doesn't currently have direction or whatever. And he's miserable with his life. And because of that, if you date that man, he's going to make you miserable.
Yeah.
And he's going to bring you down to his level and beat you with experience of being a broke boy because it's been there longer than you. You don't need that. That's why I say don't date broke men. Just don't. Because they're chaotic and just no. Men need to sort themselves out. Like, black men need to look at other men and see that those men date women when they're about their business. If a man is still figuring his life out, he's not dating. Yeah, he's sleeping around, but
Right.
he's not taking up a woman like, this is my woman. You
Right.
get me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if when you need to figure yourself out, be about your business, be about your purpose. No, well, anytime anybody's asked you, you always say, no, I'm not looking to get married right now because you're
Right.
about your purpose right now. You're not looking at
Right.
women right now. That's how men need to be. Like, figure yourself out first and then get on your mission, get on your purpose, and then become the man you want to be, whatever that looks like to you. And then start looking to girls. Stop watching Girl Pocket. Stop watching what the girl is bringing. If you're a man who asks, what do you bring to the table? Change your life. Change your life and find God because there's no.
She said, change your life and fucking God.
No, change it and find God. Because as a masculine man, why are you looking to what a woman can bring for you? Right? Are you like, you're too much in your feminine energy at that point? You're so receiving that you're here looking for handout from Gail. Okay? No. Because if men are the givers, even if we look at it on a sexual level, men are the givers. So you want to be giving in every other aspect except financially? Stop playing. Go and look for work. Get on your purpose, get on your grind, do what you need to do, whatever it is, whatever it looks like to you, and then go look woman after that. That's what I'd say.
That yeah, hey, y'all heard what she said, man. Hey, you lot need to be like Noble, man. You lot need to be like Big Noble. You know what I'm saying? Be on your purpose. Listen, and listen. I'm tell you, man. These women love these men. Listen, these women that got it going on, these women that don't got it going on, they love seeing these men on their purpose. They're attracted to them. Obviously, looks help, but you just gotta have you gotta have some you gotta be having some sort of motion going on in your life as men for these women to even take you remotely serious. I saw someone in the comments say broke men have the most access to women in their wombs, and that's a conversation for another day. But hey, those are the women, men of my caliber, men of your caliber, villain. Those are the women that we don't want for serious relationships anyway. So
And those women, like if you think about the dynamic in that relationship, right? And it's not a lie. Broke men get the most access to those. They get the most pum pum more than working men. 95 men
Ladarius, they
don't
got
get.
time. They got time.
It's the truth.
Ladarius don't got any obligations tomorrow.
Right, right. It's the truth. And the reason for that, though, you have to look at the type of woman he's getting. He's not getting a feminine woman. He's getting a woman who is trying to fix him, who's trying to raise him, who's trying to parent him, because
Hmm.
that's what she is used to. That's what
Hmm.
she's seeing. Do you get what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
she chances are either she grew up in a single parent home or in her home, her mother ran the household. So she's seen men be controlled, run, and I don't know, like the woman being the main one and the main decision maker in the home. You're not gonna get a masculine man who's gonna agree with that. You need to get on his program, not the other way around. So the only men who will agree with that is the broke. The Darius will agree to anything. He's trying to get accommodation. He doesn't.
Right. Right.
If you're telling Ladarius we need to do what, he doesn't care. He's gonna do it. And so those women tend to gravitate to those men for that reason. It's sad, like it breaks my heart, but that's why it happens. So when I talk to women, I just say, look at your past relationships. Who was running? If it was you running the relationship, just stop dating for a while. You know, figure yourself out. Why do you feel like you need to be the provider and the decisive one and the one, pushing the relationship more than the man? Like, don't do that. As a woman, that's not our role, that's not our job. That's why a lot of women, they're in marriages and they feel exhausted because the men are just chilling. They're raising their husband. Your husband is like your firstborn. You know what I mean? But that's that's because you dated him like that. You chose a man that you know what I mean? Like he's just following you the whole way, and the mental and emotional labor of that is a lot. It's a lot.
But Lottie, I need to ask you this question because I don't know if they were being disingenuous, but I asked some women on here tonight. I was like, in your real life, like out off of TikTok, off of YouTube, because obviously there's black men and black women that they use their platforms to spread negativity, spread hate, and just paint each other in this terrible negative light. So I asked these women, I said, off of these platforms, the men in your life, whether it be your brothers, your cousins, your friends, just your acquaintances and associates that you've been around, have you really been around a lot of black men and black women that just had this utter disdain for each other? And two, three of these women actually told me that that's what their real life experience is. And I don't know. I find that to be kind of interesting. Like I said, I can't say that they weren't telling me the truth, but I don't know. That's not my personal experience. So
Yeah,
is
it's
the
not mine
mandem
either.
is the mandem showing hate to each other like that? Because when I was out there, the mandem was showing love, mad
The men
love.
them love black women, man. In the UK, the stats are very close to US. Like black men here love black women, and the other way around. We're just a little dysfunctional in the way we operate, but it's black love from infinity to infinity. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think the issue is on TikTok. On TikTok, it's like the way it's sounding. There's a lot of hate. I said, the way it's sounding, there should be more people divesting the way it's sounding. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like for me, it's black men forever. I've dated out a bit, but the men that I was in relationships with have always been black.
Right.
So, and there's so many black men. Like you can find the African one, Jamaican one,
Exactly. And
you
vice
know,
versa.
exactly. You know, we're diverse. Like the Africa has 54 countries. Like you know what I mean? Like you'll
Right.
never run out of black people.
You got Africa, you got the Caribbean. Like, bro, it's so much of us to choose from. Like I don't know
Right,
what y'all be
right.
talking about. Someone said anyone taking social media serious is lost.
No, for real. No, for real. And but you know what the thing is though? We spend more time on social media than in real life. You get me? A lot of people, not like working people,
Right,
but a lot of
exactly.
people spend more time on social media than in their real life. And so the ideas and the concepts of social media shape what they're thinking about.
Yeah, shape their mentality. Yeah.
Like I was on a live recently where a girl was saying one guy asked her what's her body count in real life. I was like, what? Man never asking a girl body count in real life. Man asked her what she thinks of submission. I was like, in real life, like online, yeah, but what? So it's shaping the way people is thinking, and I don't know. I just think people need to date in real life, you know, like touch some grass, spend more time outside than
Yeah,
on.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Someone said people get a fake name, fake profile, and become a fake person. Don't take it seriously.
No, like supervillain's on it. He's on it because people just.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah.
listen. This, obviously, some of us, some, some of us, we're not just talking heads that are regurgitating points that we've seen. I don't know other people say on the internet, but yeah, some of these men and women, bro, it's like, bro, do you really think that? Like you, bro, it's like some of these people, Lutty, like they literally just be on the Auntie Renee said TikTok is entertainment like reality TV. Man, Auntie Renee, who's the most entertaining person on TikTok, man? Who got the best reality show?
Gotta be big noble. Let's talk the truth. Let's talk the truth at that level.
oh, oh my gosh. That's a fact, Auntie Renee. They know. That's what that supervillain they know, man. This is just a
No.
this is a chill night, man. We about to be on it. We about to be on it this weekend, man. Y'all wait, y'all see what I got coming for y'all this
Oh
weekend.
my God.
No, but yeah, see, Noble has the greatest show on earth. Thank you, man. I
Period.
appreciate y'all.
Period.
No, but for real, Lottie, some of these people, some of these men and women, it's like, dog, you literally, dog, it's like, I know instead of spending 8 hours to 10 hours a day working, you spend 8 to 10 hours a day on YouTube and TikTok, just watching people just say different things. Cause it ain't no way it ain't no way, man.
No, and it shapes the way. Like there are people who, like hosting lives or being guests on live or whatever, and you hear them talking like maybe the first time you encounter them, and you give them a couple of weeks, and when you hear them again, it's like you literally sound like whoever it is you've been listening to. You know what I mean? Like it's like you have no ideas of your own. You sound. It's terrible.
It's no matter who they talk to, whatever discussion they having, like bro, they saying the same thing.
Mhm.
Like bro, like somebody will ask them something and they'll give an answer that doesn't even relate to what that person was asking because they can't even think for themselves.
No,
Like
they can't. And like, you know how the stats, like nothing pisses me off more than the stats conversation because stats, there are like 5 stats that everybody knows on TikTok. No one reads further than those 5 stats. You know what I mean? I can't take it. I can't. It's just
oh my
annoying.
gosh.
And so when you're actually an intellectual person, you can't take TikTok seriously. Like you
Right.
just can't. You have to come on here for entertainment because you if you're trying to have an equitable dialogue with somebody that is talking about one statistic and not all the variables, it's just no. No.
And a lot of these people, like they don't even like to be challenged either. And again, that's why Big Noble is the greatest on this app. See, honestly, there's a lot of men on here that if they was talking to Hindsight, like I was talking to her earlier, they would have kicked her off the live. You know, they would have.
I said that to someone in the comments because they were like, um, the person said, you're getting triggered, but at least you're not over talking her and not kicking her. Because a lot of these other guys, they can't handle that.
Right.
They can't handle the exchange.
Right. Because they be coming on here trying to like, you know, push like, they be trying to spread propaganda and like push certain narratives down people's throats. They want people to believe what they believe or whatever it is that they're trying to get them to believe. And when anyone provides any pushback, they try to make it seem like that person is a problem. They can't just have like a respectful back and forth with each other, even if they're disagreeing with what the person is saying. That's why y'all need to, bro. If y'all, I don't know how y'all even watch some of these other people, bro. I don't know how y'all watch me and are even able to watch some of these other people. I don't know how y'all do it.
No, there's
Unless,
certain people like I've been on TikTok less and less since you aren't going on as much, and B Train's not on anymore either. Like there's
hmm
certain lives that I just like I frequent the same 3, 4 lives
hmm
because other people I just can't take. It's too ignorant. It's too one-sided. You're not trying to have a conversation.
right,
You know, it's I'm right and you're wrong, and then let me tell you all the reasons why you're wrong, and
exactly,
then you start assassinating their character. You
right,
start name calling. You start doing all of that, and none of that is
yeah.
necessary. You know.
Mm-mm. I can't. I can't. I can't even, bro. I can't even. I can't. I can. I'm being so serious. I cannot watch people on here. Like, every now and then, I'll go on Thai stuff, but I couldn't even do that the last 3 months. Tax season just ended, so I wasn't even on here like that. And then, I'll go on my brother Enu's stuff. But like nowadays, if you catch me on somebody else stuff, it's like somebody that's not even having these conversations. Cause like another thing too, Lottie, is some of these people, they be having, I don't know, they be having some feelings towards me, but they won't come over here. They won't come here when they see me and try to talk to me. But if they see me on somebody else's stuff, they want to like, get all tough and try to get buck with me. And it's like, no, that's what we're not going to do. so so like I'm not even, and I'm not, I can't, man. Listen, if y'all gonna catch me on this app, bro, y'all gonna catch me like on my own platform for the most part going forward. And I'm not even about to be on here that much for real going forward. Like I'm gonna be posting content, but we gonna be on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. We're